tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction, it really ain't the rap audience is bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you can unite and fight for what's right. Not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives.
Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and rap's the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Took a rough life with a knife as his wife cried cause he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's
self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Funky fresh dressed to impress, ready to party. Money in your pocket, dying to move your body. To get inside, you pay the whole $10. Scotch tape with a razor blade, tape to your collar. Leave the guns in the crack and the knobs alone. MC lights on the microphone, bum rushing and pushing, snatching and taxing. I can't understand why brothers don't be maxing. There's only one disco, they'll close one more. You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for? Do you rob the rich and give to the poor? Yo, daddy-o.
This straight from the mouth. A wide daddy-o. Do a crime, end up in jail and gotta go. Cause you can do crime and get paid today, and tomorrow you're behind bars in the worst way. Far from your family, cause you're locked away. Now tell me, do you really think crime pays? You know, taking what your brother had?
you little sucker.
You're talking all that jazz.
It's time to stand together in a unity. Cause if not, then we're soon to be self-destroyed, unemployed. The rat race will be lost without a trace or a clue. But what to do is stop the violence and kick the science down the road that we call eternity, where knowledge is formed and you learn to be self-sufficient, independent. To teach the each is what rap intended, but society wants to invade. So do not walk this path that they laid. It's
self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
D-Nice, break it down like this.
Children growing, women producing, men go working, some go stealing.
Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
I'm Miss Melody and I'm a born-again rebel. The bombs in rap must cease and settle. If we want to develop and grow to another level, we can't be getting pigs for the devil. The enemy knows they're no fools because everyone knows the hip-hop rules. So we gotta get it and grab what's full. The opposition is weak and rap is strong.
This is all about, no doubt, to stop violence. But first, let's have a moment of silence. Swing. You've been stated, re-educated, evaluated. Thoughts of the past have faded. The only thing left is the memories of our belated. And I hate it when someone dies to get all hurt up for a silly gold chain pop chump. Word up. It doesn't make you a big man. And you ain't going this your brother, man. And you don't know that's part of the plan. Why? Cause rap music is in full demand. Understand?
Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction.
My name is just Ice, a man, not a prankster. I was known as the gangster, but believe me, that is no fun. The time is now to unite everyone. You don't have to be soft to be for peace. Robbing and killing and murdering is the least. You don't have to be changed by the beast. The party people, it's time I release. Hey yo, here's the situation. Idiocy, nonsense, violence. Not a good policy, therefore we must ignore. Fighting, fussing, heavens at the door so there'll be no bum rushing. Let's get together because we're falling apart. I heard a brother shot another, it broke my heart. I don't understand the difficulty, people. Love your brother, treat him as an equal. They call us animal, I don't agree with them. I'll prove it wrong. Right is what you're proving them. Take heed before I leave to what I'm saying, or we'll all be on our knees. Pray. Heavy deep,
deep in the heart of the matter. The self-destruction is served on a platter, making a date, not failing to anticipate. They got greedy, so they fell for the bait. That makes them a victim, picked and plucked. New jack in jail, but to the vets they're a duck. There's no one to rock, cause in jail you're a number. They never took the time to wonder about self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
Yes, we urge to merge. We live for the love of our people, the hope they get along.
Yeah, so we did a song.
Getting the point to our brothers and sisters who don't know the time.
Boy, so we know the
Instead
ride.
of your heads, you know our job to build and collect ourselves with intellect.
Come on.
To revolve, to evolve the self-respect.
Cause we got to keep ourselves in check, or else it's self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy Kinseyada, happy bar mitzvah. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. To Lottie Toddy and every darn body on the sound of my voice, okay? You know, this is the home of the Oprah of the smooches. So you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch, okay? All right, y'all. It's Terrific Tuesday, Teachable Tuesday nonetheless, okay? Shout out to Miss Olivia. Thank you for letting me on your panel today. I love your discussion. Your lives be always good to me, but I especially enjoyed what I got to hear today. Thank you so much. Shout out to my boo baby, my nephew of sorts, Brian. Okay, shout out to him. And everybody who is a part of her live. Also, thank you for all of my subbies, my new subbies, my old subbies, my future subbies. Smooches, okay? Anyway, we're going to have a conversation today, people. I just signed up for another poetry reading. I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited. This one is in person, in front of people at a major place. And they sent it to me. And yes, I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. Yes, I'm there. Okay, so thank you guys for sending it to me. A lot of you guys don't know, but I've been writing poetry since I was like 12 years old. I lost a lot of my books, and a lot of people probably have published my stuff as theirs because I used to have no books because I used to write basically every day, sometimes 3 and 4 times a day. You know, it would come to me. That was my solace. That was my peace, was just writing and everything. So yeah, that's that. What's up, Charlie Boo? What's up, JB Boo? Okay. So we're going to get into some things of the things, okay? We are really going to get into some things of the things. Let me apologize ahead of time. I don't want anybody to be offended. If you get offended, God bless your heart and all your ports. Because this is not what this is about. But I do know that I do tell the truth over here all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, okay? We do tell the truth over here. So let me go ahead and get into, what's up, Auntie Melissa? Hey, boo. Let me go in here and get into the herb first, because that's the least confrontational. I'm talking about gout, y'all. Let me tell you what gout is, okay? I'm going to sum it up. When you get gout, it's the indication that your kidney or kidneys are not filtering like they should. So it's a backup of sorts. And when it begins to back up, it takes solace in different joints, mostly the toe, okay? Mostly the toe. Why it picks the toe? I don't know. You got to ask the gout. But mostly it picks your toe. However, gout can set up all over your body, okay? It really can. And a lot of times when people think it's arthritis or joint pain, it's really gout that's done set up in different areas. Gout is calcification, okay? It's a calcification of an area. And so a lot of times when you start feeling it in your big toe and everything, it's like, oh, it just throbs. Oh, I can't put no pressure on it. Oh, that's gout, okay? And remember, this is something the doctor, unless you got a really good doctor, a doctor won't tell you. They'll just treat the symptoms, but they won't tell you what's going wrong. I'm telling you what's going wrong. It means your kidneys need to filter. Just because you pee don't mean your kidneys filter. Jot that down. Just because you pee doesn't mean your kidneys are filtering. Okay. So a lot of times people don't know that. And so they treat the symptoms and not the actual situation. And I'm going to give you some herbs that actually treat your situation. Okay. One of the things I really don't like to give this one because people don't understand. So I give this one burdock root. Burdock root is great for treating gout. Okay. Let me see. I do have another one here. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. Red willow bark is another one. Okay. Stinging nettle is another one. And let me see if I give y'all one more. Wild cherry bark. Okay. All four of those are great for treating and getting rid of gout. Okay. So, yeah, it's calcification too. It's the uric acid that is built up in the kidney that turns into calcification around the particular toe or uh, element body. Shoot, I can't even think what I was trying to say now. But it still means your kidneys is backing up and not functioning correctly. Okay. So you want to make sure that you actually, I don't know how many times I can come on here and say, people, please detox once a week. Please detox once a week. You need to detox once a week. Even if you take prescription drugs that the doctor prescribes for you, your body still needs to detox. Your liver needs to detox. Your kidneys need to detox. Okay. You need to detox. I've never seen in the history of humanism more people nowadays that's got fatty liver that don't drink, sclerosis of the liver that don't drink. A lot of this is coming from the medication, y'all. It's a lot of side effects people don't read when you get those little pamphlets when you go pick up your prescription. It's a lot of side effects. Don't you know every time you go back to the doctor and they ask you, how have you been? Has anything different happened since you see me last? Don't you know every time you tell them something, they're supposed to document that in your file and then call or document on the website of the CDC, and I forgot the other one, something mad, to where they kind of look and see if that's another person that's got one of the side effects of said medication. Ask me how I know. I'm glad you asked. I keep telling y'all I went to medical school. I didn't finish medical school because I lost a babysitter. I didn't finish becoming a doctor, medical doctor. But I did go back and get 2 more degrees in medical, okay? But it's not doctor. But I did go to become a doctor, to become a physician. Because my ultimate goal was to be a cardiac doctor, a cardiologist for kids. And then potentially for old people. Because one of my grandmothers I lost when she was having a heart attack and I didn't know what to do. So that changed my whole trajectory on what I wanted to do. So I started becoming so fascinated with the heart. It's crazy. I can tell you a lot of things about the heart. It's useful information, but it's nonsense if you don't care. Okay. So, yep, black cherry juice is good for it too. Yep. Tart black cherry juice. Tart black cherry juice. Yep, it's good for it. So I wanted to get that in the way, okay? Just in case you're dealing with gout, there you go. Just in case you're not and you know somebody else, there you go, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my dang blasted channel. You got me? All right, so let's talk about some things of the things. Let me give this disclaimer. If anybody in here is a Catholic, I don't know you personally and I don't have a problem with you,
but I am a very honest person. I talk about Black people and I'm very much Black, okay? I talk about Indians and I'm very much an Indian, okay? I'm both. I already proved that. I ain't got proven no more. And I just did that for kicks and giggles one day. But I talk about Creole people and I'm very much Creole. See where I'm going with this? I'm for the right. I'm for the right all day long, no matter who it offends. Okay. And if I really wanted to get technical, I can talk about white people because I'm that too. How about that? Okay. So I'm just for the right. And hopefully you hear my heart in the matter. And I'm giving this disclaimer because some of my butterflies are of other ethnicities, okay? And I don't want them to feel like, oh, she's dogging up. No, I'm just telling the truth. We gonna continue to walk in the truth over here, okay? Now, if that offends you to the point where you have to unsub from me, may the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Amen. The benediction has been given, and I get it. Okay, we don't have to fall out. Exit stage gone. Okay, get it, got it, good. Hey Dham, what's up? So let's go. Let's get into something. It really hurts me that my people did not pay attention to the forerunners, the people that came before them, that was actually telling them if we didn't do certain things, what would happen. I always say us Black people are always trying to play catch up. Aren't you tired, Miss Millie? Aren't you tired of playing catch up, my God? We always playing catch up. Okay, always. And it's really some of us it bothers. Okay, I do more with my head than just wear a hat, some wigs sometime. I actually studied. I am a creature of habit. You usually can find me studying, okay? Reading a book, studying documentaries, writing, noting, dictating. You can all the things of the things. I am a true nerd. And I stand on that. I don't, you can say what you want. There's people who claim to be fashionistas. There's people who claim to be, I get all the brand new this, that, and the other, and I'm the this, that, and the other. That's good. That's great. That's grand. I'm a nerd. Hello. I'm a cute nerd, but I'm still a nerd nevertheless. Okay. And what was so funny, Miss Olivia was talking about this today, and I had talked about it the other day. In school, most popular, most what's that? Most something to succeed, basketball this, most athletic, all the things of the things. Okay. I got all the things of the things. Okay. The principal, what it was at the principal something, because I kept I cried when I got a B average, but I kept a certain point average, you know, just nerdy, but did everything. I was a roundaway girl. I did everything. You understand what I'm saying? And I was one of those popular kids that couldn't stand popular kids. Now make it make sense. I was one of the ones that, when I seen everybody making fun of somebody, I went and hung with the person they made fun of. I would go and, in lunchtime or whatever, and I see the handicapped kids, I would go over and sit with them for a while. I wasn't that popular girl, the mean girl that, I couldn't stand them kids. Sir, I could not stand them. Because here's the thing. Before they knew I was living in the projects, catch this, before they knew I was living in the projects, one of them so happened to bring up a conversation about project people and how all project people they knew had roaches and blah, 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 blah. And they all just had a little good kiki about project people. Until I said, is that how y'all feel about project people for real? Girl, yeah, you don't think that way? I said, no, because I live in the projects. You should have saw the face. I said, but since y'all, it's how y'all feel about project people, and I'm one, I walked straight away. They tried to, no, you said how you feel. See, you got to be careful what you say around people. So it made me learn to wear that I came from the projects with a badge of honor. So that's why y'all hear me tell y'all quite often, I come from the projects. Hey, Timothy. Thank you, love. Okay, baby. Thank you. You know, I do. Sometimes I even put my buildings out here on my community wall and say, wow, what a start. You feel me? Okay, so moving on. You know, let's start with this. PaPal Bull. PaPal Bull, all right, was a form or a contract of sorts signed by the Pope. Okay. And it was like a spiritual blank check that the Pope gave the people that sometimes we call the 300 Crusades or the riders that rode across different spots. Okay. And they were able to do whatever they wanted to do to people that was not a Christian. They could take their homes, they could take their land, they could steal from them, they can rob them, all of the things. Okay, it was they were given a blank check to do what they wanted to do. Enslave people, servitude, all in the name of religion and all in the name of God. Okay, it's called PaPal Bull, PaPal Bull, PaPal Bull. Okay, and also in 1823, the Supreme Court gave what was called denied native land titles. Okay, so let's just say how they said in 1462, Columbus sailed the ocean blue and he discovered America. Well, that was one of the forms that I'm talking about. How do you discover something where people is already living on it? Can you explain that? How do you discover something where humans is already occupying? Well, that's what PaPal Bull was. It gave them permission to take the land and never give it back. Okay, say that's their land. How like the queen them was able to build their fortune and stuff by occupying already subdued lands and staking a claim on it and never having to give it back. That became their land. That became their house. That became their. You see where I'm going with this? It's called PaPal Bull. And a lot of us don't know that that's still in circulation to this day. It has not been abolished. It has not been stopped. Okay. All right. So, Lord have mercy. Let me get to this other thing. Okay. Dr. Claude Anderson is a very intelligent man. I mention him sometime on here, y'all. Y'all know I like Minister Farrakhan as well. I like Professor Griff. I told you I'm a nerd. Okay, I am. Those that make you think and those that may teach you something that you don't know, those are the ones that I gravitate to. Okay, I just do. Um, because I might believe one way, but if they can break it down good enough and show me why I should at least consider their way, I might. Okay, I might. And because of who we are, and because of we actually created mankind and we also built nations, we should be further along in life as a people than we are. There has been a misconnect somewhere, okay? There has been like the elevator goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've missed 5 and 6. which is the most important steps that we could ever get, because there is no way that we should build this thing, build it up, create it, do all the things that we do, and everybody still gets ahead of us and we still playing catch up. Don't that bother y'all sometimes that we're, just think about it. We always make we make fetch happen. We always make something popular. We always make people millionaires, and we make the less money than other nationalities. Financial wise, we're behind, but we make everybody else a millionaire. Isn't it time for us to do us? Don't you know our money don't even circulate with us? I'm going to play something. Our money don't even circulate with us, number one time. One time. And it's funny because when we sell something, we open. Now I'm gonna get on both sides, okay? I told you I'm for the right, no matter who it wrongs. Like if we go to a store that's black owned, we want everything just so on point, everything. But you'll go to Walmart where the cashier is just as nasty, but you won't put your stuff back and walk out. You'll go to another store that's not black owned to where they follow you around the store, and you will still buy stuff there and go back. But when you go to your own brother and sister store, everything has to be popular. Everything has to be perfect. You know, she forgot to give you your receipt. I ain't going back there no more because she ain't give me my receipt. I had to ask for it. Can you believe it? But then you'll take your hips. See, come on now. We got to be both ways. And yes, my sisters and brothers, let me say this to you. It's always been you have to do the things better than anybody. When you are in business for yourself, whoever you hire represents you. So if you're a friendly person about your business, don't hire your cousin that don't like to speak to people and roll her ass and smack chewing gum when somebody come in to ask her a question. You got to hire people that represent what you stand for. Now, let me tell y'all something. What's that store that everybody loves? It's a gas station. Oh my God, it was right on the tip of my tongue. It's a gas station. It's a gas station. It started with a B. Oh my gosh. They got brisket and all the things of the things. What is that? Come on, y'all. Help me in the chat. Yep, I am. I'm gonna talk about that today. Let me see. Come on, y'all. What is that called? What is that gas station that's got the beaver or something? Look, let me just look it up. What is it called? Thank you. I was like, JB Dad, come on, little bro. Buc-ee's. Okay. Now let me tell you, a lot of people don't know or didn't know that Buc-ee's is owned by a black man. Laddie, hey boo. Buc-ee's is owned by a black man. It was a vision of a black man, and he made it poppin'. I don't care what Buc-ee's you go to. Any Buc-ee's you stop at, it's packed. Any Buc-ee's you stop at, they got the same setup. They all welcome you. They all be back there where they cooking that brisket and stuff. They got the same times. They said, the barbecue, blah, blah, blah. And they say whatever. You have multiple people that's cleaning the bathrooms. I've never yet gone to a Buc-ee's where the bathrooms was bad at all. It's the same protege across wherever he brings Buc-ee's at. And that's a black man. So don't tell me that black people can't be successful like that. Now, I got many more I can talk about, but since everybody kind of is familiar with Buc-ee's, I thought I'd bring it up today. You got to want more than just to be rich. That's not enough. You got to want more than just to be rich. No, I'm not even looking at the chat, Timothy. I'm not even looking at the chat. I happened to look down when you said that. I read what you said. I don't comment a lot on what people put in the I stay focused on what I'm saying. And when I get through, I go back and look through the chat and we can have a conversation. So, okay. Okay, God bless you. Thank you for dropping in anyway, love. Okay, yeah. So, what I'm saying to you guys is, okay, we have to make sure that we first know what the vision is, okay? And we have to understand who we are, not who people want us to be. We all are called and brought here for a reason, okay? We all have a reason why we're here. Let me show y'all this video real quick because this is really important. Then we're going to go on from there, okay? Let me see. Where is it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? I think this is her. Yep, this is it, y'all. Let me make sure y'all can see it. So now that I pulled it up, okay. Hold on. Here we go. Y'all ready? Let me see. Okay, here we go.
Racism is a power relationship between groups of people. It means where one group of people have control of so much wealth and power and resource that it can deprive, hurt, and injure and exploit another group to benefit itself. Racism also comes from the word race. Race means group. Race means being where people are competing from here to there. Black people must learn how to compete or survive or not compete and perish. What it is called functional pluralism. If I come together and concentrate as a people, power and my wealth and my resources, I can compete. But we violate all the norms of economics as black folk. That's inappropriate behavior. Your money is supposed to bounce at least 8 to 12 black hands before it gets out of the neighborhood. And it doesn't. Black money does not bounce one time. You made every religion, every ethnic group, every racial group rich. There is nobody else left on earth to make rich but yourselves. Racism is a power relationship between groups of people. It means where one group of people have...
What I want to say about that too is that when other nationalities come here, they don't have to go through the same struggle that those of us who was already here go through. And a lot of times they clump us together because of the color of our skin and feel like, well, we don't have to make no changes. We don't have to do no reparations because look at how these people, and they're black. No, they have black skin, but they're not black. There is a difference, okay? There is a big difference. A lot of times when people come here that look like us, they don't deal with us. They don't connect with us and everything for the simple fact that I believe, and I've heard a couple of people that is from other countries say that they were warned not to connect with the American black people, okay? Here's the thing. How can I say this? We still behind. That's all I'm gonna say. We still behind. And the only thing I wanted to bring awareness on today was the fact that you have to get in your mind that it's for me and my house. Okay. We gonna serve the Lord. And what that means by that is I'm gonna talk to God and I'm gonna lay at his feet and listen to what the instructions is he has for me and mine. Because I always tell people God ordained the family before he ordained his church. If you don't believe me, go back and look at the beginning. Okay. He didn't pull the church out. He pulled husband and then wife. And then they created the family. Okay. So I see you, JB. I got you. Anyway, I don't even know what all this said, y'all. I have no clue. I have no clue. Hold on. Let me go ahead. JB, hold on. Let me see if it'll let me give you your status back. Hold on. Hold on. Because I'm just talking, boo. I ain't paid no attention. Y'all know how I do. Those of you all who follow me, you know, I give my commentaries and I go back and we talk about it, okay? Because I'm trying to stay focused. Hold on. Let me see if it'll give you your stuff back. Hold on. There you go. Refresh, JB, and you should have your blue coat. It let me do it. I guess since you me and what's that, StreamYard, we not falling out no more, you know. But anyway, carry on. So I wanted to show you all that because that's true. And the reason why I'm saying that today is because I wanted to tell you all about PaPal Bull, okay? And then I also want to tell you that this man was correct. Claude Anderson tried to warn us that what was going to happen. And nobody paid attention. Do y'all remember when Jesse Jackson used to come on and talk about, you know, black things and the Black Coalition and all this and stuff like that, trying to empower us and everything? Nobody paid attention. You do have these pastors, and this is what I was going to say. You do have these pastors that took an oath not to empower us as a people, but to carry on and to talk about the things that was ordained from the Catholic Church, okay? From the Pope at the beginning, and to cast that down to us, to make us solitude, to make us, you know, obey, and to make us, you know, pray about a lot of things that, and to keep voting a certain way where none of the things has helped us. Okay, I think I got that other thing as well from Dr. Claude Anderson when he was talking about, and I said this too. Somebody sent me where to go and find what he said. I didn't know he said this, but that we need our own party, because let's be honest, Republicans ain't for us, Democrats ain't for us. We need our own party for our own interests. Every time somebody goes up to say they running for office, they never say anything that they're going to do for black people. Now, Kamala, whatever her name is, she shot her own self in the foot when they asked her what was she prepared to do, and I'm paraphrasing, what was she prepared to do for black people? And she said, oh no, I'm not going to do anything just for black people. Was it funny? Now you sitting over here with some of our brothers and sisters interviewing, asking black people, if you run again, will we support you? See, people never want to be us till it's time to be us. Let me flip that. People want to be us until it's time to be us. Everybody wants the black lingo, the black, you know, the black look, the black, everything we do. Not trying to be funny, but everything we do is so popular, and we make it, you know, hip and all this and stuff. But then when it's time to stand up for our issues and our rights, where you go, boo? Nobody has nothing to say. Even some of your black preachers right now ain't said nothing about what's going on. Nothing. They still trying to build a failing church. I said it. All that money for a building that ain't nobody gonna really sit in. You got people out here that still lost their jobs. You got people out here that don't know how they're gonna feed their family. None of that. And you still trying to raise money for a building. Why not open up the building you got and put some of these people in there at night and let them sleep in there? And then hire a couple of them to clean the church after they leave in the morning. Anyway. Hey, Hebrew boo. That's my boo right there, y'all. Yes. Teachings of Malcolm X, who advocated for strong family values. He also cited Old Testament. Right. Right. He's somebody else that I've listened to a couple of his. You really can't find his information. I'm going to go to Barnes and Noble, and I'm going to do a book run. I haven't did a book run in a minute because usually I'm doing it online, but I got a feeling that eventually the internet is going to get hit, and we won't be able to do that. And so I want something that I can hold and read. You got my email. Email me something a book that I can go look at, and and everything, because you know. Okay, you know. So yeah, y'all. So I wanted to say that, and I got one more video of him real quick. Whether you agree with this man or not, what I'm saying to you is he's been trying to warn us for a while. He's been trying to warn us that we need to get ourselves in order. Hold on. And start thinking about our future. Now, this one right here, kid, this tripped me out. I had to share this with y'all. Listen to this. Listen to this. Let's go.
Point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society, down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are, because this country operates.
You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year
2015? What year are we in? This was before then. He said by 2015. He ain't never lied. And now we in 2025. Y'all listen. I'm going to play this one more time after this.
2015.
2015, because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites are going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. 2, we anticipate, by the same token, about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society, down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are, because this country operates.
You mentioned that black.
Did y'all get that? I'm so serious, y'all. Did y'all get that? Has that prophecy not came true? Everybody comes in. Everybody has gotten things over us. We still begging. We still marching. We shall overcoming. We still all of the things. And everybody else that comes in, they prefer them over us. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? That man said 2020, he said 2015 it would happen. And if we go back, it wasn't no lie, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Hold on, let me get over here. Let me see. Welfare socialist Democrats have bamboozled Black Americans exchanging one platform for another. I know you're right. Hebrew. Absolutely. Laddie, right. Nothing but the truth, boo. To the government. Come on. For real. People don't like to hear this, but it's the truth. And it's not anti anything. It's the truth. And I know a lot of people have been conditioned in their mind to only hear a certain thing. And anything that comes against that, or anything that kind of opens up your knowledge to just maybe consider, think about, listen. We don't want to hear that. And especially those of us who has, I always like to use this analogy, who has one more television than the next person, who's still able to go to the store and buy a steak, and maybe I can only buy a hamburger today, and you can buy a steak whenever you want. You don't feel this. You don't, because you can still do a little bit of what you want to do. But you are the one that need this the most, because you're really in a class of stupidity. I keep telling a lot of you all, if you have not learned, how can I say this? After building pyramids for 1,000 years, we broke free to build nations. Come on. Don't you know people still don't believe, Hebrew, that we built the pyramids? That not only us, it was y'all. I can get some deep stuff right now. There was giants on this earth, y'all. Y'all do know that, right? A lot of y'all don't believe that, and that's fine. Because even the Bible says, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be. So that means when the closer Christ get, the more you're going to start seeing stuff that was taught about. A lot of things is going to become uncovered. Okay. So let me give y'all the definition of what they're saying PaPal Bull is. PaPal Bull is a formal public decree, charter, letters, patent issued by the Pope. Okay. They are authenticated by a PaPal Bull, which is lead seal attached to the document with a silk or hemp cord. Okay. So, yeah. I just wanted to give you what they say the definition is. Okay. A thing is in still rotation right now. It's a type of public decree, letters, patent, and a charter issued by the ascension of Pope Leo the ninth. The word bull comes from the Latin bulla, meaning bubble. So one more time, I'm going to play this one more time. Think about this date. So if he's mentioning 215, think about this date, y'all. I'm going to play it one more time, and then we'll be done with it.
Blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015? 2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. 2, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are because this country operates. You mentioned that blacks will be.
I want to tell you something. Mr. Dr. Claude Anderson has a fight already for us, black people, in the White House. He's been fighting. He has a lawsuit and things like that. Y'all go and look him up and look up the fight that he has. the lawsuit that he is leading for Black people. This man, like I said, he has been raw and upfront with us to where a lot of our leaders only were in it to keep us up under the thumb of other people. Y'all call anybody who stands for our rights radical because they come against the status quo. Y'all call any free thinker radical. Don't shake it. Don't shake it. No, everything. It reminds me of something I read a long time ago when it said that some of the slaves was trying to tell the other slaves who was coming up with a strategy to be free, would tell them, no, don't do that. Master good to us. Master's good to us. Master give us eats. Master give us sleeps. Just like, and I'm gonna shout out 300 for this. One day, me and him was talking about, some history stuff, and he said, yeah, because a lot of slaves back then would say, Master, we sick. If the master was sick, Master, we sick. We sick. Master, we sleep. And a lot of us still have that mentality. I'm not asking you to hate nobody because to really be honest, I hate racism. I do, but I don't hate nobody. I hate anybody who mistreats others. Right, laddie. What's up, matching energy? Hey, love. Thank you. Yeah, laddie. Permanent status. It just some of this stuff I already knew, but I never felt led to really have a conversation with you guys about it. But today was that day. It's a whole lot of things that I said on. But today was just that day, y'all. We still focus on who got the best car, whose hair was nappy, we still calling people nappy head. In 2025, we still calling people nappy head. When a lot of times we perm our hair for social status. And the reason why I said a lot of times we perm our hair because I don't want nobody calling me, because it's such a stigma with nappy headed. What's the other one they used to call Black people? Not Kizzy, but they used to call us something because we had kinky hair and everything. So the perms became the thing of the rage. We went from I'm Black and I'm proud with the afros and all this and stuff, and the plaits and things. It's funny. Now, we left that, which is our culture. We left that to go to straightening our hair. And then other nationalities picked up wearing afros and wearing plaits. We didn't like our big lips. We ain't like our lips. We ain't like them. And start trying to, where other nationalities will go and get theirs plumped, get surgery and get fillers to make their lips full. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Oh, our nose is too big. I even heard people now talking about people's nose. And that's a turn off to me. Do you? I'm not trying to change nobody. This is my content. I ain't trying to change nobody. But it's a turn off to me because I know what that indicates. Thank you, boo. I know what that indicates. That's self-hate. And I remember I was going to do acknowledgement of sort. I said competition, but I knew what I meant. I worded it wrong, but it was called darker than a Snicker or equal to a Snicker or something like that. And I got so much backlash off of that. And I was like, wow. And the reason why I said that, y'all, is because it is always, from what I hear, it's always dark-skinned Black women that get the brunt of everybody's joke. Oh, she look like a turd. Oh, she dark as midnight. You can't see none but the teeth in her eyes. Or, I mean, all you hear is throwing out, on dark women. And so I just wanted to empower my sisters, my dark-skinned sisters like myself. Because my self-esteem ain't low. But there's a whole bunch of women who always feel like if they wasn't their color, they would, So that's what I was trying to do. I'm going to figure out a way to do something. And it's not saying, for all women and everything. I got to figure out but I gotta, no, I don't understand a light-skinned person's plight that they went through. I don't understand it because I've never been light-skinned. However, I do understand a dark woman's. We get the monkey jokes. We get the gorilla jokes. We get the charcoal jokes. We get if they touch something light, they'll leave a mark. We get the skin mark joke. We get all the derogatory dark jokes. I mean dark things. We as dark as the black hole. We get all those jokes. All of them. Yeah, if they was in slavery, they be in the field. They couldn't be in the house. They them field niggas. Now, where I was raised, that my dark skin was beautiful and that I was beautiful, a lot of women wasn't. A lot of women feel inferior. And how you make them pissed or how you make them feel inferior is talk about their skin color. So I feel the same way when I hear people talk about Black people's noses. I remember one time, and I'm going to say this because she's not on here, but I support her. She know I love her, but I'm going to use this as an example. I remember one time, my Boo Bama girl, she was on, and somebody, I forgot who it was, but somebody started talking about her nose. Ooh, she got a motherland nose, man. She could snort up Chicago. They just really, really, and I was so turned off by that. I was like, and that's another reason why I never played the dozens. Because, I so happen to love my mama. And to some of us, those fighting words, it ain't funny. That's just me, though. And I ain't knocking nobody else. Don't take what I'm saying offensively. This is how I feel. Dark chocolate taste. Hey, y'all, I'm just saying, y'all heard, I know y'all heard it, right? And me preferably, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Preferably, I love dark men. Man, I love me a dark man. I do. It's just something about the men. It's just a turn on to me. I guess because, you know what? Most of the time women pattern who they date if they had a good dad or not. If you had a horrible dad, that's going to affect your dating too. Okay. But I had a great granddad on one side. I have a good dad. Baby, my daddy, he was my Black Panther. Do you hear me? And my stepfather here's the thing. My real father's birthday is in this month. Okay. And my stepfather's birthday is 2 days later. I said, my mama knew how to pick them, didn't she? They 2 days apart. Same age, 2 days, okay? But my stepfather and my real daddy, they were two men. They got along. They shook hands. My stepfather would give my real father an update on me. And my real daddy would tell him, thank you for telling me I have a top with a two. We'll double team her. You know, that's how real men supposed to do. If you're not able to be in your child's life every day and some other man is, them two men are supposed to be men. And the common denominator is supposed to be the child. So I couldn't get away with neither thing. Now with my daddy, I'm a stepfather. And I remember telling my stepdaddy to his face, I'm going to marry you one day. And he started laughing. He said, okay. And then as I got older, I knew what that meant. I said, well, I'm going to marry somebody like you, you know, and I'd be daggone if my late husband wasn't like my stepfather. They so much alike. It's like my stepfather had a baby that he didn't know about, and that child turned directly into him. Like it's just him. And even my family said that. My family said, you know, he remind me. I said, I know. Even in his looks. I didn't try to do that because I told y'all he came after me. I don't go after men. If you don't go after me, oh well, we just be waving at each other from afar. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Shut up, JB. I ain't even got to look at the chat. I can feel you thinking. Shut up, JB. Y'all, that's my little bad brother. That's my bad brother. Anywho. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to empower my people, make you think. While you out here doing you and enjoying what you enjoy, just don't forget, don't stray too far from the cause, okay? Don't stray too far from the cause. And don't stray too far from God. Y'all know that's my basis for everything. You know, if he ain't happy with it, should we be doing it? Now, we human. We going to do what we want to do because our flesh speaks. And sometimes our flesh screams, okay? And we just got to itch that flesh. I know how humans been, and God gave us grace, but not to keep doing the same thing that's going to hurt you. Learn from your mistake. Let me tell you, my baby girl texted me. I'm going to read y'all what she said. Hold on. I told y'all, my kids, they come to me with they with their issues. And she's living on her own and everything. But she this is what she said to me. Hold on, I'm pulling it up, y'all. I got this slow phone. But I'm sorry, I'm team Android. I do not like iPhones. I just don't like them. You can't make me. Okay. She said, here we go. Hold on. She said, if you hang with someone after a long time and they ask you about your living situation and try to take jab at your weight, and when they see it isn't working, ask about your finances, is that weird? I said, yes. She said, what would your advice be? I said, once you walk away from a friend or a frenemy, don't look back. It's like pooping in the toilet and regretting it, then digging in the toilet trying to stuff it back. There's a reason why you ended it. Trust your discernment. She said, heard you. Thank you. Love you. And that's the truth. A lot of times, y'all, let me say, when you walk away from people, it's for a reason. Unless it's just you and you messed up. But for normal people, when you walk away from family members, friends, or frenemies, okay, it's for a reason. And I really mean that. When you go back to said thing that you walked away from, okay, it's like you done pooped in the toilet, okay, you done got rid of it. You feel better. And then you look in the toilet and decide that that's a part of you, and you dig in there and try to force it back up from where it came. Does that make sense? That's not normal. A lot of times our emotions is what keeps us attached to people. And a lot of times we have soul ties. I'm going to teach on that one day, okay? Soul ties. And a lot of y'all got soul ties to different people, whether it be friends, family, relationships, women, when we leave a relationship, especially if we've had sex with the person, in the relationship, we are receptors, okay? We accept what the man gives us. And so maybe you only had one physical body, sexual body. But if you're sleeping with a man who's attached to other women who have not broke those soul ties, not only do you get him, but everything he's attached to. Men projects, so they projectors and work in scepters. We accept it. That's why I don't, mm-mm. And you can tell sometimes if a man is still attached. Right, no more sheets. Come on. You can tell if a man is still attached to an old relationship because they still angry. See, if something don't matter, and if that person don't matter no more, your emotions ain't attached to it no more. Now, if you just broke up, of course, come on, let's use common sense. But if y'all been broke up, I'm gonna say longer than a year. I'm gonna give you a year. Longer than a year. The thought of them, talking about them or whatever shouldn't make you mad. If you still angry, you still attached. That person is still yanking your chain. That person is still dominating who you are. You should be able to talk about somebody, no matter how good or bad the relationship was, and it not bring up emotions in you as if it's just now happening. Now, he that should never be named on my channel that I had a child by, okay? The reason why I don't like him is because of what he did to my daughter. That's not going to ever change. I'm really being honest with y'all. Now, I don't hate him anymore. I used to hate him. Like, if he was on fire, I wouldn't spit on him to put him out. That's how much I hated him. But now I don't hate him. I don't love him either, but I don't hate him. It's no emotions. Because whatever you do to my child, you've done to me. But I can talk about him and that thing not get up in me no more. That thing used to get in me. I realized as long as I felt that way, he was still occupying my life. I don't like nothing to run me or rule me. So I had to do some cleansing, some soul searching, and some releasing. It didn't come overnight. I ain't gonna lie to y'all like it. It did not come overnight. But I was determined not to have that connection with this person. And I can honestly say, I don't. People can talk about him. I don't feel no certain way. Matter of fact, with his son, his son loves me. His son talks to me every day, which is my daughter's brother, because they share the same daddy. And his son deals with the father. He comes over, visits them, the grandkids and everything. But his son talks to me all the time. And at first, his son knew how I felt about his daddy. But he's like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I love you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I talk to his son and his wife all the time. And they be telling me sometime about him. It used to be my insides would be boiling. But now I'm like, that's good. I'm glad that's happening for y'all, and things. And I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. I don't like things ruling me. I don't. If it ain't God or what he want, I don't want it ruling me. Anyway, y'all, like I said, I didn't get a chance to read all what that. AVA Sagittarius Boo. Good afternoon, beautiful. Thank you for coming in. I didn't get a chance to read all that person was saying, y'all. So if y'all read it and it was off kilter, pray for them, and I'm sorry. It's the only thing I can say, because I was too busy wrapped up in what I was trying to say. Because I hate that. I do hate that. Let me tell y'all a pet peeve. When I go somewhere in other people's chats and say the content creator is really getting to a point, and they could be talking about cars, okay? And they really tell you how to extend the life of your car. And I'm sitting there, I'm listening like, yeah, tell me. And then somebody come to chat, did you hear that Obama went roller skating, and they read the chat and they go, "Nah, I didn't hear that Obama went roller skating. What happened?" Now I gotta wait longer to hear how to extend the life of my car, and then I'm pissed. And then somebody else said, "Well, yeah, the orange guy said that today he gonna give everybody $1,000." When he said, so now we really off the. I can't stand that, y'all. That's a pet peeve of mine, seriously. And I be the little one in the chat talking about, "Can we get back on track? Because you got me at the edge of my seat." So that's why I try my best to stay focused on what I'm saying for the people who came in to hear the topic. And then I read the chat and go, "Oh, you said, yep, I agree." And that's why sometimes I'm so behind. I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm behind because I'm just reading the chat." Only person that I know can read the chat and stay focused is Treasure. I swear. He the only one I know can read the chat and stay focused. He don't miss nothing. And I guess that comes with old school. I guess that comes with, I don't know, but I be admiring that. He can read the check and never get off track. He still be talking about what he's talking about and go, he'll hit it and keep going. I'm like, I don't know how you do that. I'm learning. I ain't learned it yet. I ain't got it yet. I ain't confident, but I'm learning. So if I know I can't do two things at once, like chew chewing gum and walk, then I'm gonna walk. And we're gonna hold the chewing gum till later, okay? Yeah. So did y'all get y'all pennies? Have y'all gotten y'all pennies? And shout out to my brother Dirk. He's mad at me, y'all. Dirk C. Williams, that's still my brother. We always disagree. We disagree. I pisses him off. He pisses me off, but I love me some Dirk C. Williams. Shout out to him and everything. I know he still supports me. He just don't drop down no more because he loves the orange guy and I don't like the orange guy. So see how there's a conflict of interest, you know what I'm saying? But he used to. He ain't lately. He used to send me stuff that would make me think that I would never consider. And I'm like, that makes sense. And then sometimes, like if I do a story, he'll send me the back of the story, like where it all originated from and what was really said, so I can compare the two. And then I came on here and be like, y'all, you know what? That wasn't correct. It was different from what I got. So, I admire that. Like I said, you ain't got to agree with me to be here. This is a chat of grown people. We all have our own opinions about things because we've had different experiences and beliefs. I might not agree with you, you might not agree with me, but we can learn how to be disagreeable without, cussing each other out and say, you know what, Creole, I don't see it like that because this is how I see it. I'm like, okay, I feel you, boo. Okay, we rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm just reading what this man said. Something about, here's the thing about it though, y'all. Here's the thing. Y'all know, I don't call me that, but I have been deemed like training and everything. So I've been prophesying since I was 4 years old. And I am chosen by God. See, here's the difference between me and other people. I understand God has timing. And he is not unseemly. And if you want me right now to stop everything that I'm doing to acknowledge you and acknowledge what you're saying, is that really from the Lord or is it from you? It just don't make no sense. And you can't curse nobody, not me, because I know the difference. And it'll fall back on you. I rebuke everything that you said. Everything. I ain't talking to y'all. I'm just, let me talk to the devil and his imp, okay? Let me have this moment for a minute. Because it was done publicly, so I'm saying it publicly. Okay? Don't come over here where you don't weigh in. It's a reason you wanted me. Now, you started off talking about she's an intelligent woman, that's a smart woman. And then once I tuned in to what I was talking about, you wanted me to stop and keep reading what you said. Then you got mad that I wouldn't stop and read what you said. And you start trying to curse somebody. Baby, May a heap coals of fire on your head. All right, we done with that. And I understand that who I am, there'll be a lot of people that's gonna come in, the anointing tracks, okay? The anointing tracks. And there'll be a lot of people that come in, some people that's off kilter, some people that's on point, some people that just want to be seen. We're gonna have all kinds over here. And I understand that. I do. But there is gonna be times that I actually comment. So I wanted to confront that real quick. And thank you, Dave, because I wasn't watching. Y'all know how I do. I wasn't watching. I was like in my own little thing, trying to make sure that I stay focused and, all this and stuff. Yeah. So, we good. We good. And really, to be honest, this is somebody who, came under a backup page. This is somebody who actually came in on a backup page. This ha 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 ha. Okay. But I wish him the best. I really do. I had to reverse the curse. I wish him the best because you can't curse me. But I ain't stupid enough not to reverse it either. So anyway, y'all, let me go on about my business. Let me tell y'all something. Enlightening people in the Lord is one thing. Speaking something God said is another thing. But getting angry and trying to speak something over somebody's life, baby, not me. Not me. To Brian. To Brian. I did leave that under your one of your posts and everything, but I'm gonna give it to you right here just in case you're listening to me. And the other lady, I did leave it in Miss Olivia's chat. So hold on. Let me give you this. Y'all, if you're trying to break a habit, or if you're trying to get closer to the man upstairs and you feel like it's some things blocking you and all the things are the things, okay? Let me give you something. And this is what I give different people in my church as well as different leaders of churches, okay? Try Psalms 51. And Psalms 51, verse 10 through 14. All of those, okay? Psalms 51, verse 10 through 14. At least read it 7 times, okay? I always say once a day, but if you're really trying to break something, you might want to read it 3 times a day for 7 days. Again, Psalms 51, starting at verse 10, okay, through 14. If you find a child that's strung out on drugs and everything, or they having I can't help it moments and all of the things, or if you're an older person or a person, period, and you want to get closer to God, you don't understand why you can, you don't know how, or you trying to break a cigarette habit or drinking habit or whatever the case may be, I always say Psalms 51, starting verse 10 through 14. And you want to do it in 7s. 7 days, 7 times a day, 7 minutes. Those of you all who want to learn how to get more into your babble, you may have to start off in the bathroom. What do you mean by that? I'm glad you asked. A lot of us spend most of our times in the bathroom, and we got magazines in there, or we look at our phone. Put your word in the bathroom. If you got it on your phone, when you go in the bathroom, first read your word. Start off with, if you can start off with St. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoso believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. You can start off with that. If you're going to just start trying to read your word every day, I get into your word. You can start off with that in the bathroom. But then also, what Psalms 51 does, y'all, it actually recalibrates your spiritual man as well as your mind, as well as your suke. And remember, over here, I teach you the suke is not your inside your chest, not your spirit. That's your spirit. Your suke is your mind, your will. Okay, that's your soul. That's where your soul is. That's why when people pass away, they still aware of something. It's your soul. Your soul is your suke. It's your brain, your soul. That's where it's at. It's not in your chest. That's your spirit. So when you hear people talk about your soul, it's talking about your mind, your will, your intellect. It's where you're housing your brain. It's that part up there. That's your suke, your soul. And I think I got one more thing and I'm through. Just to give a recap, I actually went over gout and some herbs that can actually help you with gout and everything. So you might want to look at that. We talked about PaPal Bull, what that is and how it's still circulating today. We talked about the plight of Black people. We listened to Dr. Claude Anderson in a prophecy that he gave some years ago about 2000, by the time 2015 hit. Where would we be as a people? So yeah, we talked about a lot of things. So hopefully you'll find something in there that makes you want to study a little bit more. I make you go, "Oh, really? Wow!" So hopefully you do, and hopefully you'll tell somebody about the best kept secret over here, the best kept secret, which is she be me. And I do love you all, and I thank y'all for supporting me. I really, really do, y'all. We have a long way to go. Hopefully it's not too late for us to get to where we really want to be. Okay. I want you all, as today's Tuesday. I want you all for the rest of this week. Keep a pad and notebook by your paper, or if you got your phone and you can type. In the middle of the night, if something comes to you, or if you have a dream or something of that nature, don't forget it. Record yourself, write it down. Don't forget it. Because in the next 3 days, some of y'all will get dreams. And it's going to be not just a normal dream, but a dream that is going to give you insight on what you should be doing. And that you don't want to oversleep by say, okay, I'll remember it in the morning, because you too wrapped up in sleep. Sometimes sleep can be the death of you. Okay. Y'all do know sleep is a spirit as well, right? And it can hold you back from being who you should be being, all right? Some of y'all, the enemy is using sleep to keep you from furthering your life. You'll never probably hear this in nobody's church, but sleep can be a demonic thing that the enemy uses to keep you from reaching your goals, to becoming that person that you should be. It's like, just like, you ever been to a church and everything is good and all this and stuff, and I mean, and the man or woman of God is powerful, very much powerful. But as soon as they begin to tell you something you need to hear, you doze. And then when after church people get to talking about it, you're like, when they say that? I should have heard that. And they look at you like, where was you? I like a dumb spirit to come over you. And like right at that time, something to get your attention. And you be done missed it. And then you like, huh? What happened? We got to stop playing the enemy like he's chump. He ain't no chump. He knows what it's. Oh God. Stay focused. Not everything is bad. Not all things that the enemy do is physically bad, but it can become bad for you. If you missed your appointed time to hear, last but not least, I'm going to say this because this is what I was just told to say again. Testimony, praise report, whatever you want to say. This is going to help somebody. One, don't despise small beginnings. We all start somewhere, okay? Somewhere. So right now you may not be, let's just say, a CEO of a company. You may be cleaning up the company, okay? I was a housekeeper for a major hotel in Kentucky, okay? And I had just started. I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole story. I'm paraphrasing, so go with me. I already told this story like 4 times. Every now and then, gotta say tell that story because it's somebody that either listening or gonna hear this that needs it. So I was a housekeeper, and they put me with this lady they call Crazy, and me and her was in this room, and we was cleaning this room, and she said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm in school for nursing." And she said, "You're not going to just go to school for nursing, but you're actually going to heal people." She said, "You are. And I know you think I'm crazy and all this and blah, blah, blah." She said, "You're actually going to heal people." She said, "But you got to go through this way so that you can get the background on what it takes to heal people." So, of course, that, got my attention. So we kept cleaning this room and everything. And she said, "Let me tell you something." I said, "Okay." She said, her husband used to travel because he used to drive a truck. He used to travel and he would call her every day. Okay. Check in with her every day. One day he called her and she said, she asked him something. And I think his response to her was, "No, baby," or something like that. And she said, "Well, why is that woman laying in your bed?" And she said, "If you don't get her out of your bed and out of your room, something's going to happen." You can get so in tune. Now, that didn't make her a prophet. That was insight. God gave her insight because she was a prayer warrior. She prayed so much and she spent time with God. You'll get so in tune with God if you spend time with him that you won't have to go through a lot of things that you go through. He'll tell you, "Don't take that job because this will happen. Wait for the next one. I don't go with that person out to lunch because an accident gonna happen. I don't do." You can get so in touch and in tune with him that he really guides your day. A lot of people don't believe that, and I ain't trying to convince you. I'm talking to the people who understand what I'm trying to say. That's all I wanted to say. A lot of y'all have been through some things you didn't have to go through. A lot of y'all shouldn't have married who you married, but for whatever reason, you was tricked and you fell for it. They showed you who they were to begin with. Women, men, they showed you who they were. And for some reason, at that time was a low point in your life, or you was missing something and you went on and did it. I love y'all. And again, remember, no matter what the test, always do your best, okay? Thank y'all for sharing me. Those of you all who shared me out, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my dang blasted channel, okay? And to my sister Charlie, I don't know if I said something to you or not, Charlie, my sister. Anyway, all right, y'all. Don't forget, December the 13th is the egg roll challenge, okay? Let me say this. If anybody's looking for a big win financially, my contest ain't for you. Please pass me by. Okay? I ain't like Jesus. Okay? And you know how that song said, do not pass me by. Do not. I'm saying, do pass me by. Do pass me by. Because it's not a whole bunch of money, because I'm coming out of my own pocket with this. And I believe in paying all my bills, not a little bit, all my bills. Okay. So therefore, it'll be more than what you start with, hopefully. Okay. And it'll give you your money back plus a little bit more. So if you're looking for a whole big payout and all this and stuff, please pass me by. And if y'all know anybody that want to be in it, but they looking for a real big payout, my channel ain't the channel, boo. I ain't the one. No. And I will be doing on one of my lives, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna ask some questions, and the first person to get the questions correctly will get a cash out right then. I will be doing that also towards the end of this month. I think I'm gonna do that before my contest. We just gonna you know, I'm gonna send you a cash out. We gonna ask a lot of questions. Like I say something like, how long have Creole, aka Coco 929, been a part of the Facebook journey in the beefing sector? Because I'm a subby in the beefing sector. My channel's not B sector, but I am in there. And the first person who can give me that year, you ain't gotta give me the date. Come on, I don't even know the date. But the first person to give me the year, they'll be the ones who get the cash out. You see what I'm saying? Then I say, name two ethnicities. And I can't even talk today, so y'all know what I'm trying to say. All right, name two nationalities that make up Creole. And the first person that can say, one, I just gave you my name, Creole. Okay. First person that can say Creole and Geechee Gula, that's correct. Creole and Black, that's correct. Creole and Spanish, that's correct. What else? You know, okay. I've actually named all that I'm created, all that's in me. Okay. I've named it. So JB gonna help me. Anybody that can come in and give those, you'll get a cash out. I might say something like, what is Creole's denomination? Okay. And I'm gonna put this out there on the community wall today. This question. I just want to see what people think. I'm gonna say it right here. We're gonna see. What is Creole's denomination? Is she Christian? Is she Kojic? Is she Catholic? Is she Seventh-day Adventist? Or is she non-denominational? That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see how much y'all know me. I'm gonna see. You know, how much is Creole, married, widowed, engaged? And that's a gimme. But I'm gonna see how many of y'all know things about me. We're gonna see, because that's what y'all gonna get money for. That's what I'm gonna send the cash apps for. I'm gonna come on here one day after Thanksgiving. It might be before. Whatever. I'm gonna say cash app questions. That's how you gonna know. I'm gonna come on here and we're gonna do the dang thing. And we're just gonna do it. I'm gonna see what y'all know. That's just gonna be a way that I give back. All right. All right. Love y'all.